My name is Howie Southworth, and I'm in the icy northern part of China, about to eat some really hot food. You're watching Sauce in Translation.
As hungry Americans, we've enjoyed cuisine from around the globe by warmly inviting the world to our shores. Through time, flavor adaptation, and practice, we've developed a true American pantheon of unique dishes. My mission is simple: to give something back, dish by dish, country by country.
I'd say we're not in Kansas anymore. Harbin is China's northernmost provincial capital. Nestled up against Siberia, Harbin spends much of the winter months wrapped up in sub-zero temperatures and suffers killer Arctic winds. Just over 100 years old, the city of Harbin was built up from fishing village to metropolis by Russian laborers in the late 1800s. Many of the food influences remain today. Let's hope they left behind something toasty to help me think of what American dish to cook for the locals. I let Harbin cuisine inspire what I end up making. It was all about soups and stews and casseroles, so very warming foods. Obviously, it's so cold, they need to warm up somehow. So the way they get that warmth back is through long braised dishes and soups and casseroles and shagor, the clay pot. As I'm trying to figure out what to cook, three things stuck out in my mind. First, a local obsession with top quality stocks and broth. Second, this awesome potato puree that I ate 3 times in the first day alone. And third, popular bakeries that serve up steaming cups of freshly pasteurized milk. You know what would be great to serve here? Something warm. Like a chowder. My mind immediately went to clam chowder, but I'm looking around, we are nowhere near the ocean. But we are on a river, and there's plenty of wonderful river fish. I've been looking for this vegetable market all day in this neighborhood. Finally, some dude tells me it's underground. So now I gotta go dig it. Come on. But it's like a crate, and then he crushes an egg inside, and then he's gonna cook it, flip it over, cook it, turn it over, and you'll see him put a fried wonton in the middle of it. You'll see him add some spicy sauce and some hoisin sauce, folded up like a burrito. Oh, he just called it Chinese pizza.
Oh, really?
Oh, look at that. High five. Hey. Here we are at a beautiful inside market in Harbin that I can't currently see. So we're gonna be here for a few moments while my glasses acclimate. This way? Down?
There.
All right, thank you. Oh, TVs. Did you see any vegetables? Oh, I see sweet potatoes. I may have failed. Oh no, that wasn't sweet potatoes at all. That's frozen fish. Right now we're about 50 feet underground. This goes for miles and miles and miles. There's 2 underground huge markets in Harbin. This is one of the more popular ones for locals to buy their groceries to cook at home. I got my green pepper, red onion, Chinese celery. This is gonna work just fine. I found some wheat flour so I can actually do a roux and make the chowder the right way. I'd rather keep things local. Fish from the Songhua River that runs through Harbin. We've got some in this tank over here. Let's go take a look. They take fish very seriously. So you see dozens of varieties of fish, different varieties every day. Look at that. They'll clean it, they'll gut it, they'll scale it, and they'll fillet it.
Do whatever you want.
I did not know sausages were so popular here. But I went to the counter and lo and behold, there was a smoked sausage sitting behind the glass. I asked the woman for a taste, and the moment that I put it in my mouth, I felt like I was in Louisiana. This is basically andouille, but very local to Harbin. Why not make this a little bit of a Cajun chowder, and instead of bacon, I used these smoked sausage that reminded me so much of andouille. I got my stuff, let's go cook some chowder. Baking bread in a wood oven is not something that happens all over China, but here in Harbin they have a legacy that was left by the Russian influence in the city. Wouldn't it be cool to make a chowder in one of these huge bread loaves and bring it to the table and serve it family style? Oh, we have a lab coat. Nice. This is not gonna fit.
I'm Howie Southworth.
It looks like a pro.
Oh, I am a pro. Look at me. You can film through the window. Good luck. I'll try to bring the dough up to the glass. These guys are amazing. But they had to stay away from the big proofing pot because two guys pull up the dough and the third guy hacks it with a scimitar.
This is a Harbin's big bread.
Is that like a bowling ball? And they use this as a bowl. So you put soup inside. And you drink the soup like that. No, not really, not really. You gotta smell this. Isn't that a wonderful smell? These are the instructions for bread kung fu. You gotta get this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. How is she not cold?
Bye-bye.
We just showed up at the Hot Pot restaurant where I plan to make the fish chowder. And all I've got to work with is an empty table, an empty hot pot. I thought that I would have access to the kitchen and perhaps a wok to do the saute of the mirepoix and make a roux, but I'm not sure if I even have that. We've got to see what we can work with. Let's go. That's low heat. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the quickest mirepoix saute in the world. Hey. Oh, I got a cap too. I'm gonna use some of his spices because he talked really highly of them. And we had very old soy sauce, fermented bean paste, soybean paste, hot chili oil. He's got a whole tub of MSG for me to use. I'm gonna be liberal. Massage. Ooh, I need a massage. Oh. Let's see what happens. That's surprising. It looks exactly like chowder does. This is a San Francisco style fish chowder using Harbin River fish. And we're all part of a very small world, and I'm just trying to help us bring a little bit closer. Just chowder in a bread bowl! Take that, San Francisco! It's very delicious.
Beautiful. Delicious. Good job. It's yummy.
Good job. Come on, admit it. Harbin, you've been sauced in translation. We just showed up at the restaurant where I'm gonna make this clam chowder. It's not clam chowder. We just showed up at the Hot Pot restaurant where I'm gonna make this corn chowder. We just showed up at this restaurant.
No, you gotta do it without exhaling your smoke first.
It's air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Good. Try to find nachos in Azerbaijan. Ooh, nachos. You said nachos. 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 Try to find nachos. I keep saying nachos. I know. Does it look like I'm crying? Because I feel like I'm crying. The fish tastes like butter from the river. And it may have something to do with the chemical explosion in 2005 that polluted.
We just eat it.
You just eat it.
We just eat it. Yeah, just like that.
Cracker, thank you. I didn't eat it. I'm so sorry. Much sweeter. I'm spit. I did it again. One of the legacies of the Russian occupation now. Occupation. I got that on film talking about Russian occupation of. I did it again. There you go.
Howard, this is useless. I can't get it on camera. You guys have to be closer.
Am I bleeding? You're good. I just came with a loaf of bread. Yeah, this is the culprit right here. I think my jaw hit right about here. I gotta take a bite. You're gonna make me
Afterwards, put the beer down.
No.
What?
Yeah. Oh.
It was good until you got ridiculous.
It's when he says that was good. You look like a professional. That I can't possibly do it again.